What's up everyone, MK Tom Brady here. So it's been about a week since a major leak broke that NRS is apparently working on some form of Marvel title. We all assume it to be a fighting game, and this was written in pretty much every gaming website in existence. But once you read all the news and look for any shred of evidence, you realize it's all rumor and innuendo. There's nothing that confirms any of it whatsoever. And then people started raising concerns. Well, how is this going to work? Because Warner Brothers owns NRS, and they also own DC. Disney owns Marvel, and there are other people that also have licensed the rights to some of these Marvel characters already. I mean, how is this going to be possible? Well, technically, it actually is possible if all the sides involved can come to the table and agree on licensing rights for the individual characters. However, again, how is this going to work? Is Warner Brothers going to be okay with NRS making a Marvel game and just throwing DC to the side? So I noticed last night, Ed Boon, a notification popped up on my phone, and I was going to check it out this morning, and he was talking about something referencing Superman versus, I forget what Marvel character it was, and it was a Marvel versus DC tweet, and yet it's gone. And I know Ed Boon does this type of trolling stuff, right? He'll tweet something. He did this back before we got Ultimate. He'll tweet something about MK11 and then keep it up just long enough for people to see it, then he'll delete it. And he does this on purpose to kind of draw attention. So since I couldn't find that tweet anymore, I went back and I kind of checked out some of his other tweets. For over a decade, here's what I found. Way back before MK9. In 2009, Ed Boon was tweeting, "Can't stop thinking about how cool a Marvel vs. DC fighting game would be." But what's one tweet over a decade ago, right? Again, in 2013, those of you waiting on a Marvel vs. DC game can watch these awesome videos for the time being. And again, this is those, Hulk vs. Superman videos. And in 2014, it was a YouTube trailer, a fantasy trailer about Marvel vs. DC. He says somebody should make a video game based on this. In 2017, he says Thor and Wonder Woman, hashtag Marvel vs. DC. This is not just some random employee. This is the creative director of a major game studio. And obviously this is something he's wanted to do for well over a decade. But all these tweets are old. And then here's one that's even 2 months ago. Somebody tweets something about Marvel vs. DC. Who wins? Ed Boon says, the never-ending question. You take all this, along with the tweet that went up last night and was since deleted. This is not just a random occurrence. This is over 10 years of Ed Boon wanting to do this. And I think if the situation had presented itself, had the opportunity presented itself, he would have done it. But for one reason or another, it just didn't work out. For us to be getting this type of news now, it tells me the situation has presented itself. It's pretty much a done deal, and they're in the early stages of making it. Because also, if you look at Ed Boon's timelines, they're filled with Marvel references and Marvel references and Marvel references. There's just way too much smoke here for there not to be any fire. So I would say Marvel versus DC is finally gonna happen. But let me know what you guys think. Always like to hear from you in the comments. As always, thanks so much for watching my videos, and stay tuned for more content.